My name's Henry Fong. I'm a dance music DJ and producer, and I'm in Miami here for WMC. First of all, it's an honor to be part of the freshman class. I know you picked a lot of good artists last year, and I've seen those artists grow. I do mostly kind of like a big room electro sound, but it has like a little bit of a clubby vibe to it. You know, I started DJing in like really commercial top 40 clubs as like kind of like an open format DJ, you know, just like a year or two ago. I kind of try to incorporate some of the party clubby vibes in a lot of my music. So the artists that first kind of hooked me into dance music, I would say, were like Justice, Mastercraft, Crookers, like the 2008 era style of Elektro. It was really like fun, dancey stuff. And I remember the Crookers did a remix of Kid Cudi, and at the time I was playing in college bars, and that was like the first electro record I was able to play out in some of my sets that people that didn't know what electro music was yet, they could still listen to it and have a good time. And I think that song really kind of helped bridge the gap between this new that electro sound at the time, which was very new, and mainstream. So, well, yeah, it's one of those things, you know, everybody has kind of like their sport or, you know, active pastime they like to do. And when I'm not in the studio doing music, I just love to be in the water. You know, I've been surfing probably about, 10, 12 years now. It's kind of difficult to squeeze it in now with my schedule and stuff, but every chance I get when I'm home, I'll work in the studio, and then I'm like, all right, done with the studio today, gonna go surfing tomorrow. I've traveled all over the world on surf trips and stuff, but I would say one of my favorite places is Nicaragua. Nicaragua has some of the best waves in the world. I do not have beef with bodyboarders, but sometimes I call them dick draggers. That's what the surfers call them. I get inspiration from, I think of my music, a lot of like older tracks, like a lot of like maybe 90s hip hop and stuff. It doesn't really necessarily like, you don't hear it and think that's where I got the inspiration from, but that's the kind of stuff I grew up listening to, so I think a lot of that carries over. Like, you might have heard my track Stand Up. I think that one has the biggest impression of that influence. So honestly, I recently discovered some of Ableton's plugins that, I mean, they come in the box with Ableton, but I've rediscovered some of the stuff that comes in the box, and I've been using that a lot lately. So I would say just toying around more with some of the Ableton plugins that I kind of overpassed when I first started producing. You want to get all these cool, crazy synths and stuff. So definitely kind of backtracked, went back, learned all the Ableton plugins again, and there's some stuff I really like in there, like their multi-band compressor. Really, really dope. Also, this synth called Spire. Like, out of all the synths, like Silent, Massive, Spire just sounds are super, super massive, and it's really up-to-date sounding, so I really like Spire. Definitely recommend it. Well, I just have a release with my good friend Dallas K. We have a track called Blackmail. Really, really stoked on that right now, and getting some good support. Yeah, just at Henry Fong on Twitter, DJ Henry Fong on Instagram, and Henry Fong on SoundCloud. That's about it.